Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, Clifton Pope with HFWB, and this is your ISO certified exercise transformation specialist, Clifton Pope of HFWB. And I want to talk to y'all today about something that a lot of people are doing backwards. You know, we hear the topic about intermittent fasting and all that. So I want to help you look at intermittent fasting for the perspective to fix what bad sleep is breaking when it comes to intermittent fasting. Because two things I want you to hear up front. You can't outfast terrible sleep. Trust me on that. You cannot outfast terrible sleep. And fix your bedtime before you shrink your eating window. And I'm going to break this down on why I mean that in particular. Because if you've been trying to fast for energy and weight loss, but you're still exhausted, still constantly hungry and falling off your plan, stay with me. I'm going to break it down on why fasting plus 4 hours of sleep a night don't mix. I want to show you what's really happening with your hunger hormones and how to make fasting actually work with your body, considering I'm actually doing my 36-hour fast and getting ready to wind that up here shortly, and how my exercise transformation program helps you line up sleep, food, and training so you're not fighting yourself anymore. So, fasting is not a fix for trash sleep because a lot of people use fasting as a hack. If I skip breakfast, I'll eat less. Or if I only eat in this window, I'll lose weight faster. Or fasting will give me more energy and focus. But here's the problem with all that. If you're only sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night, you're starting the day in a hormonal hole. Because research shows that just one night of 4 to 5 hours of sleep can raise ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, and lower leptin, your satiety hormone. Plus increase your hunger and appetite. That's from a JAMA study dating back in 2004, and now we're in 2006 and people are still doing the same thing. So what happens with all of that? You're tired, more hungry, and your body's already stressed out. Then on top of that, you say, let me not eat for 16 to 18 hours. Now your body is like, we're exhausted and we're not getting food. Cool, let's crank up cravings and make you think about food all day. Fasting in that state doesn't feel like clarity at all and focus. It basically is torture if you really think about it. So here's the spicy truth on why fasting becomes self-punishment for some. Because if you're sleeping like trash, fasting is often just self-punishment with a health halo. Let me say that again. If you're sleeping like trash, fasting is often just self-punishment with a health halo. And here's why. On paper, it looks disciplined. You're skipping meals, shrinking your eating window, doing what the podcast said, but inside, let me guess, your body is more stressed, more hungry, and more deprived. And then what happens when the window opens? Let me guess. You binge, you eat super fast, you lean straight into quick carbs and comfort food. Then the guilt sinks in, and then you tell yourself you have no willpower. Well, it's not necessarily that. It's just that without decent sleep, fasting just becomes another stressor, not a healing tool. That's the truth. Because you're trying to force your way to results while your basic recovery system, sleep, is offline. Now, here's the first strategy. Here's the strategy on how we can fix all this. Sleep first, strategy second. So what do? Before you go to extreme on fasting, ask yourself, what does my sleep look like right now? If you're consistently getting less than 6 hours of sleep, waking up multiple times a night, scrolling in bed till 1 to 2 in the morning, waking up tired every day, then your first protocol isn't a 16 to 8. It's a sleep transformation. That's where it all starts. Start with that tech-free window, 30 to 60 minutes before bed, consistent bedtime and wake-up time as much as possible, cutting out the caffeine late in the day, especially afternoon, after 12 p.m. that is, not afternoon. Well, you could cut it off in the afternoon as well, too. 2 to 5 minutes of breath work, inhale, exhale 2 to 5 times before bedtime to downshift your nervous system right. Once your sleep starts to get a little bit more consistent, Then you can experiment with the intermittent fasting. Then from there, you can pay attention to what actually keeps your energy steady. But if you skip straight to just aggressive fasting while you're running on fumes, you're just making an already stressed system work even harder than it really needs to. So this is where my exercise transformation program comes into play, because I'm going to help you take a look at not just how many calories, your eating window, how hard you can go in the gym. We're going to take a look at, sleep, basically if you're recovering or surviving. We're going to definitely break down your stress and nervous system, why you're always in fight or flight, food strategy, and of course we're going to incorporate the movement aspect of it as well. Hence, train the mind, that way the body can follow through so we can light up your spirit. So for some people, fasting can be a useful tool, but it has to be built on top of this decent sleep. It has to match to your stress level. It has to be designed alongside your training and lifestyle, because we're not about punishing the body in the name of health. We're about building a plan where your mind is clear, body is stronger and more energetic, and your spirit feels more grounded at peace. That is what the Exercise Transformation Program, led by yours truly, ISA Certified Exercise Transformation Specialist Clifton Pope, is all about. So basically, within all of this, if you've been sleeping for 4 to 5 hours, forcing yourself to fast, binging when the window opens, and then beating yourself up afterwards, you don't need more shame. You need a smarter strategy. Again, that's where the HFWB Exercise Transformation Program comes into play. And if you're ready to create that sustainable change for your mind, body, and spirit, and stop punishing yourself in the name of health and start working with your body instead of against it, please give me a call or text me at 361-765-4760, or email me cpope.cp@gmail.com. Or if you're watching this on social media right now, comment on this video's sleep or transformation, and I'll send you details on how we can get started with a free consultation that will lead into a customizable exercise transformation program fit for you. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's trying to outfast bad sleep and burn themselves out in the process. And I want y'all to remember one last thing. You can't outfast terrible sleep. Start by caring for your recovery, then let your nutrition and training fall in line from there. This is Clifton Pope, your ISA Certified Exercise Transformation Specialist with HFWB, approving this message. See y'all soon, and hope to hear from you soon. Peace.